looking for a video where you sit there and do nothing? Move along, because I'm going to put you to work. The best part about this series is that it's hands-free. The information on the screen is helpful, but everything you really need to know is contained in the audio, so feel free to pop in some headphones and put your passive time to use. You can use the timestamps to skip straight to the exercises, but first I'm going to briefly explain how to hear the 3 most common chords. Make sure to also check out the end of the video, where I'll share one more helpful tip if you're still having trouble. If you harmonize every note in a major scale by stacking thirds, you always get the same pattern of major and minor chords regardless of the key. 1 is always major, 2 is always minor, 3 is minor, 4 is major, 5 is major, 6 is minor, and 7 doesn't matter right now, so I'm just going to throw it in the garbage where it belongs. The best way to learn how to work out chords by ear is to memorize what chords are in what keys. If you know your scales, all you have to do is apply the major and minor pattern. If you'd like a list of all the chords and all the keys, you can purchase one from me by visiting www. Oh, there it is for free. I guess you can just go ahead and screenshot this page. Someone's getting fired about this. Anyway, this feels like a good time to bring up the fact that I'll be releasing new ear training content every Saturday, so like and subscribe and all that good stuff. The 1, 4, and 5 chords are the only major chords that naturally occur in a scale, and they are also the most common chords to find in a song. Let's talk about the 1 chord. Most songs start and end on the 1 chord. It's the sun that everything revolves around. It's the bread on a sandwich, or if you don't eat gluten, it's the lettuce wrap. 1 chord equals lettuce wrap. Is this making sense now? If you don't end a song on the 1 chord, it might give you a crippling feeling of anxiety, or if you're like me, that's just how you exist. Listen to this chord progression that doesn't resolve to 1. Isn't that just awful? Here, have a resolution on me. The next most common chord is the 5 chord. 5 holds a lot of tension because it contains the 7th scale degree. The 5 chord doesn't always move to 1, but that's its most natural resolution. 5 to 1 is known as a perfect cadence because it makes so much dang sense to our ears. The 4 chord contains the tonic, or the 1st scale degree, so it doesn't have nearly as much tension as 5. When 4 resolves back to 1, it's known as a plagal cadence. You can also think of it as the amen cadence because any hymn that ends with an amen is using the 4 to 1 progression. When you're listening to these chord progressions, think about tension in the chords. 1 feels the most resolved, 5 feels the most tense, and 4 is somewhere in between. Here's how to do these exercises. I'm going to play a progression of 4 chords using only the 1, 4, and 5 chords. The progression will repeat 5 times. On the screen, I'll show you a few hints as the chords begin to repeat, but remember that you really don't need to use the screen at all. After the 5th time, I'll speak the names of the chords in Roman numerals. You also don't need an instrument to do this, and I'll actually encourage you not to use one. The goal is that you can eventually accurately think music away from your instrument, and these exercises are a good way to get there. I can write a song in my head on my drive to work, and when I get to work, I can play it accurately because I've done these exercises so much. Are you ready? No? Too bad. Progression 1 in the key of C. The chords were 1, 4, 1, 5, or C, F, C, G. Progression 2 in the key of G. The chords were 1, 5, 4, 1, or G, D, C, G. Progression 3 in the key of D. The chords were 4, 5, 5, 1, or G, A, D. Progression 4 in the key of F. The chords were 1, 4, 5, 1, or F, B flat, C, F. Progression 5 in the key of B flat. The chords were 5, 1, 4, 1, or F, B flat, E flat, B flat. I'm back. Here's a quick tip if you're still struggling to work out these chords by ear. Listen to the bass line. The bass plays the root of the chord most of the time, so if you figure out what the bass is doing, the chord should follow naturally. Next time we'll be doing chord progressions that include the minor 6 chord, so make sure to like and subscribe. Do you have a favorite chord progression? Let me know in the comments. If we're using just 1, 4, and 5, I personally like this one. Listen carefully and you'll probably recognize it from several songs.